Hi, my name is Natasha, and this is the Hill Family Emergency Kit. So first off, let me introduce my family. In the upper left-hand corner are my parents, Karen and Greg. Right next to them is my dog, Max. He's a Sheltie, super cute. He's about 8 years old. Under Max is my cat. Her name is Cat. It's just kind of stuck. And then next to Kat is me and my siblings. I do have three older brothers, Darren, Brooke, and Evan, but I won't be including them in this emergency kit because they're all moved out across the country. So I'm not going to include them. I'm just going to include me and my sister, Gabby. So first off, we want to start with important documents, and I want copies of these documents in a clear waterproof plastic bag. So this includes passports, driver's license, social security cards, birth certificates, deed to the house, certificate of marriage for my parents, and about $500. Ideally, I would love to have the physical copy or the physical documents in the emergency kit. But in case we don't have time to grab all of these, I want the copies in the kit. So for food and water, we're going to start off with about 2,400 calorie food rations times 4, so one for each of us. Emergency drinking water, about 102 ounces. Water purification tablets, and we want about 10 of those. And then a water bottle. For shelter and warmth, 4 emergency survival blankets, 4 waterproof ponchos with hoods, 4 pairs of hand warmers, and a tube tent, and matches. We want about 40 matches. And these are just things so we can build a fire, stay warm and dry, and whatnot. Next, for lighting and communication, we have a multi-function emergency radio. Ideally, I would love this radio to have a hand crank, also be solar powered, access to AM and FM, an LED flashlight, a mobile phone charger, and a good battery. We also want some yellow light sticks, just in case. Some emergency whistles. I'd want each person to have one, maybe even on their key ring, just so we have them and they're ready to go. But also put one in the kit. And then a clipboard with pen and pencil so that we can write things down or fill out documents if need be. And then we also want these emergency communications planning cards. And these are important because they have all the contact information and addresses of people that we might contact or places that we might go in case of an emergency. And everybody in my family is going to get one, just so we all have the same information. Next is the first aid kit, and I just want a basic trauma first aid kit in a heavy duty pouch. So this includes things like a CPR instruction card. I'm CPR certified, but my parents aren't, so this is important. Antibiotic ointment, antiseptic wipes, hand sanitizer, trauma pads, gauze, dressing, first aid tape, slings, assorted bandages, thermometers, tweezers, nitrile gloves, cotton swabs, and a tongue depressor. Next is sanitation. Definitely want some dust masks for each of us. Make sure we're not breathing in anything that's going to be bad for our lungs. Personal tissue bag for each of us, moist towelettes, about 12, and 2 bottles of 4-ounce hand sanitizers. Now for tools and miscellaneous, definitely want to have some type of 17 function Swiss Army knife. Just something that has all the tools you need in one small compact place, so we're not kind of carrying a ton of things. I also want around 30 feet of rope in case we need to be tying things or maybe climbing at all, holding things in place. I like how the picture that I have here has some carabiners, so it's really easy to attach it to things. Probably around 10 yards of duct tape because duct tape works in fixing almost everything. It comes in handy. And then some heavy duty work gloves in case we're doing anything where we could get hurt. For hygiene, definitely want a hair comb for each of us so we can, keep our hair nice and untangled, but also not spread lice because that's not fun. A bar of soap for each of us, a toothbrush for each of us, and a tube of toothpaste. Also have maybe like a couple razors. I chose the double-edged straight razor because they're easy to use in case my dad needs to shave, but they also come in handy in a lot of other different ways. I also bought a change of wool socks because nobody likes having wet socks. Change of underwear, same reason. Nobody likes having dirty underwear. And then because there's 3 women in my family, I have a box of tampons in there just in case, and then some painkillers in case we're walking for a long time and our back starts to hurt or whatnot. And then in this section, I've also included medications. Since I don't want to go over my family's medical history, all of the medications that we need are going to go in the hygiene section of our kit. For Max, this is a set kit separate from our family's one. So his is going to go in a 5-gallon crush resistant bucket like this. And we're just going to put things like emergency dog food, about 3 8-ounce packets, a dog toy because you got to keep him happy, a reflective leash and collar so that we can see him in case it's dark out and there's lots of cars passing. It's just safer. A pet alert decal so that people like firemen coming to do rescue missions can also know that we have pets in our house and that we would like them to be rescued. We also want to bring a pair of nitrile gloves, about 12 biohazard bags, a collapsible food bowl, about 10 doggy bags, 30 feet of rope, and a yellow nightstick. We also want, this is really important, we want to bring a canine health record, so something that's just up to date with all of his vaccinations and vet visits, so maybe shelters. We'll see that he's a healthy dog and won't give anybody rabies and hopefully let us into their shelter with him. Now for Cat, a lot of the same stuff. So we're also going to put her stuff in a 5-gallon crush resistant bucket. We're also going to have those 12 biohazard bags, the yellow nightstick, the reflective leash, and instead of a collar, in this case I chose just a harness because cats are pretty wily. A harness is just a lot better to keep them in. We also have the collapsible food bowl like we saw with Max. We want about 1 liter of drinking water instead of 2 liters of purified drinking water just because Cat's a lot smaller. That also goes for cat food, only probably 2 packets of those 8 ounces. And also the health record, very important. And here's the pet decal again, just in case. It's always good to have you. Thank you guys for listening. This has been the Hill Family Emergency Kit. Just to sum things up, we had the main kit, which included our important documents, the first aid, food and water, shelter and warmth, hygiene and whatnot. And we have Cat's kit and Max's kit. And only if time and space allow, we can each bring like personal bags and more stuff if we want, but only if time and space allows. Like if we don't have time, the main kit, Max's kit, and Cat's kits are the only 3 things that we're just grab and go. Here are my sources. I went to www.emergencykits.com. They sell a lot of different emergency kits and all of them are FEMA approved, which is awesome. Thank you.